For the past few days, WIAT.com has been getting a lot of traffic on news anchor Sherry Jackson's exclusive interview with Franklin Graham. They talked about religion, politics, and his upcoming event in Birmingham. Tonight, Sherry has a little history of the Grahams in Birmingham.
Franklin Graham's Festival of Hope is coming to Birmingham in August. There's a lot of preparation going on right now with the training to make sure that Bartow Arena is packed for that event. The last Graham to pack a sports venue in Alabama was Billy Graham with 2 crusades. We were able to talk to Franklin Graham about his father's crusades and his relationship with Birmingham.
These are snapshots from his crusade at Legion Field in 1972. Football legends Tom Landry, Joe Namath, and Paul Bear Bryant are seen here with Reverend Billy Graham. That was Graham's second crusade in Birmingham. The first came in March of 1964.
Yes, there is an answer. The answer is in the cross of Jesus Christ.
This newly released video from the Billy Graham Evangelical Association, Taking Down the Ropes of Segregation, documents that crusade. In it, you see blacks and whites together filling the stands at Legion Field on Easter Sunday to hear a message of love. 5 months earlier, an act of hate cut through the heart of the city and the nation when a bomb blast killed 4 girls at the 16th Street Baptist Church.
Birmingham, for my father, that was in the height of, the civil rights issues that we were dealing with in the country at that time. And for my father to accept that invitation and go, he was criticized, for some people for going down there and getting involved, but he just felt that was a very important invitation for him to accept.
The DVD shows Billy Graham's role and stand against some of the world's most divisive issues: apartheid, segregation. The title, Taking Down the Ropes, comes from an act of righteous defiance to segregation in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
My father, it was early part of his ministry when the meetings were segregated. Because they were his meetings, but they were set up by the local committee, and the local committee had them segregated.
And Billy Graham didn't believe that was biblical.
Christ belongs to all people. He belongs to the whole world.
And he went down there personally, and he said, "I'm not going to do that." He said, and he took the rope down, and he asked the head usher to do it, and the head usher wouldn't do it, so Daddy went down there and did it himself. So a bunch of these churches pulled out of the meetings because of my father's position on standing against the segregationists.
Our report on the Festival of Hope with Franklin Graham has certainly brought to surface the issues that the younger Graham has taken a stand against. Many of them well known, like same-sex marriage, which is the current social struggle in Alabama. With that in mind, during my interview with Franklin Graham, I asked him,
why Birmingham?
We got an invitation, and Birmingham is an important city in our country. It's one of the, I think, one of the more important cities in the South, and it represents a lot of change.
What Franklin Graham says won't change is the message he plans to bring to Birmingham with his Festival of Hope. It's the same message Dr. Billy Graham preached more than 4 decades ago.
The gospel message is for all men. It's not for one race or one group or one tribe. It's for all men. Christ died for all, and we're all guilty before God. But the Bible tells us very clearly that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but should have everlasting life.
Sherry Jackson, WIAT 42 News, coverage you can count on.